tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Raging Cajuns offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he comes. This offense is built completely around the talents of this running back, a rare commodity in today's game, and all eyes are on him.
And the defense knows it too. You know every single snap, this defense is going to be keying on this running back, knowing that he is the key to the offense's success.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On second down, he's looking downfield. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Well, this guy's really feeling it. Of course, last week he had 2 sacks, and here he is in this one, registering his first. This guy very quickly is making a name for himself as one of the best pass rushers in college football.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got him downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Raging Cajuns want to move quickly.
This quarterback was licking his chops coming into this game. He told us this week he felt like there were some matchups that he could take advantage of against this defense, and he wasted no time. Opening drive of the game, he finds the matchup he likes, and that was an absolute dime.
And the Raging Cajuns are moving quickly down the field.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. The Raging Cajuns will keep this drive going.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let them go to work.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. And he'll haul it in.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Zone. Touchdown, Louisiana. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I'm taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
On the run, it's Bannister. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
The option look. He'll toss it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game, and there's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown in the opening drive.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield and go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
On the ground, it's Bannister. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Might as well give it to him again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it then? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. They'll try to pick up the first. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Barrels ahead. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need 1 more yard. They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. And it's a touchdown.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
He'll try to tack on one more. Bangs it through for an extra point. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Now they'll run the draw.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Safe completion on the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Raging Cajuns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quick completion to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They get to the line quickly. He's going to pass on second down. Such great awareness along the sideline and the ability to get that foot down for the catch. He wants to throw it again. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You know, and I think they were a nickel package right there, and I like that because you bring an extra DB on the field. Now, is that guy covering, but you can also blitz with him. You can chase down the quarterback and force fourth downs. I love when they bring in the nickel package.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. The Raging Cajuns with the 1st and 10. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
They almost got a first down there. Stopped the yard short. It'll be third down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And the Raging Cajuns get enough for the first down.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to you.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them, so I would keep taking deep.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cajuns. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now.
Can anyone catch him? He's now up to 66 yards rushing, and he gets closer and closer to a 1,500-yard season.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention for the Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
It's a flea flicker. That one comes out hot down the right side. Touchdown! A little trickeration is always in order, especially when you execute like that.
You ain't lying. I tell you what, you always put these in practice, and you always practice them, but you got to have that feel and that timing of when to call it. Perfect timing, rewarded with a touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Louisiana Tech is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Ruston today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to FIU. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's two options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football and be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
Got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Raging Cajuns will hustle to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Quarterback has to protect himself. Gets down with the slide. And the Raging Cajuns will punt it away on fourth down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
What a weapon this guy is, right? The tight end position. Not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his big tight end. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
He's piled up 76 yards rushing, and what a season he's putting together, well on his way to a 1,500-yard campaign. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he's got a touchdown.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Going up top on first down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Gets it out fast. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Slings it downfield. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. The Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10.
I think receivers really separate themselves with body control to be able to hang in the air but stay in bounds and keep that foot on the ground. Unbelievable job catching the football and staying in bounds near the sidelines.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He's going to pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And sure, tackling there to keep them from getting to the 1st down marker. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Raging Cajuns send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's the handoff. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's going to fire deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
The Raging Cajuns will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. They bring the punter onto the field now. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line in the hurry up. Looking to throw on second down. Flips it out to the back. Stopped after making the catch. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He caught it! Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in third and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up first and goal.
Trying to run it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got it, and he can go with it. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
Man, it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
On the option. He'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Give him 109 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. Handoff from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number one. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Fires to the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
When you're around midfield, the analytics will tell you so much better to go for it on fourth down. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
First down for this offense. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab, and they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. On second down, they'll take to the air. He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Raging Cajuns want to pick up the tempo. Snap from the gun on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Raging Cajuns will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. And field eager to go back to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Keep it on the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
on the move. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Give to the running back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And the pass is incomplete and jarred loose by the hit. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Snagged in the middle. It's Madison. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
An offense has practiced this. Minute offense. You got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. On the option. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Past the 25.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls in.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. They'll give it to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll run it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, two things you're thinking about here offensively is, one, you want to take as much time off the clock. But two, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a two-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't...
Bounces and squirms his way into the end zone for a touchdown. They'll line up for the extra point, and at this juncture, every point matters. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Tennessee is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These balls have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Vanderbilt. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. On second down, wants to throw it. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, especially square those shoulders. A nice job by the defense continuing to pursue, even though he
lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And it's now or never. It's do or die for this offense. 4th down, late in the game, trailing. They absolutely have to connect and move the chains right here. This thing's over.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Makes the grab. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Raging Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. A little screen to the running back. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield. Back to the air one more time. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They're working that left side.
I just love the awareness there, understanding where he is. He didn't get the first down, but he gets out of bounds. He knows he has a timeout in his back pocket. So he's still putting his offense in position here to drive the field, score, and win this game.
He'll keep it himself. He's stopped short, and they'll turn it over. What a huge stand by this defense. Offense getting set for first down. The give as they work on that clock. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. If they can pick up a yard here on second down, that might put this one in the books. They'll try the run. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. It's one thing to execute early in the game. tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.